Welcome to Inch online fashion designing class. Today, let us learn how to fix a canvas on a shaped facing. So in a previous video, we discussed saying that a neckline is cut only after transferring the neck design onto a canvas. Now, let us learn how to fix a canvas when the neck is already cut. So for this, you require a front piece which is 9 inches by 8 inches. Mark RS for right side and WS for wrong side. So here I will be fixing a rollo, which is also called a loop. So this neck design has to be transferred onto a canvas piece. So now remember that this neckline includes seam allowance. So this seam allowance has to be excluded on the canvas sheet. So after transferring the neck design on a canvas, separate the main fabric and now go out 1/4 of an inch, which is the seam allowance here. So go out parallel to the neck shape. So this is going to be the cutting line for the canvas, and now this canvas should be 1 inch of an width. So cut on the dotted lines, these two dotted lines. We don't need the seam allowance. The canvas is fused to the wrong side of the facing piece. So after ironing this, remove the neck piece inside. So as I have told earlier in the previous videos, when ironing a canvas piece, try to take it in one direction. Don't go zigzag, as the canvas might shrink. So we don't need this anymore. So now trim the excess fabric with seam allowance to the shape of the facing piece. So the outer edge of the facing piece is completed by clipping into the seam allowance by folding it and securing it to the canvas. So clip into regular intervals. Especially at the curved areas. So the raw edges are done. So this we will have it right side facing right side. Right side facing right side. Stitch along the neckline, notch it, turn it inside. So before doing all this, we need to fix a rollo here. So I have made 2 rollos here. You can check on the previous videos on how to make rollos. So these rollos I will be fixing it at the neckline on both the sides. So let me decide on how big I want the rollo. So the facing piece is stitched to the main fabric here. So stitch along the outer edge of the canvas piece, go to the shape of the neckline and end here with a back stitch. So come down, leave half an inch of a gap and then start sewing along the neckline. So this half an inch of gap is required to insert the loop. So as you stitch along the neckline, on the other side also leave half an inch of a gap to insert the loop and then continue sewing along the neck shape. So don't forget to give a back stitch. Now clip into the seam allowance at regular intervals and then a diagonal notching is done at the pointed corners. So now this, turn it to the wrong side. After ironing, insert the loop into the half an inch gap . On both the sides. So this will be interlacing each other. So it is merely optional to have loops in your design. So once this is secured, give a top stitch. A double top stitch is given. So this is how the neckline looks after finishing. Thank you.